I disagree with you on self-love, Nick.
Yeah.
There's nothing in space.
That's
The
crazy.
sea-
That is crazy what you
There's
just said.
nothing out there. And especially when there's not even a hope of getting a job because all of the jobs are done by RoboCop, you're fucked. I just don't care. Just a pink, pig, wet, shit person.
Agree to disagree's a fancy way of saying fuck you.
All right, I'll cut this out. No. Oh, man. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first podcast that I'm doing here. It's called Agree and Disagree, where I bring on guests and we both agree on a topic and then disagree on another separate topic. If you're watching this video on YouTube, please like, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, give it a 5-star review or whatever you deem it worthy. And then give it a rating as well, or a review as well. And if you're doing one or the other, why don't you do both? That'd be great. All right, so here I am today with my very first guest on this podcast, Nathan Macintosh. Nathan, how you doing, buddy?
I didn't know this was going to be on YouTube. I feel very self-conscious now. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, really?
Do you ever just see your stupid butter-covered face in a reflection and go, this is disgusting? You ever just see your own disgusting head? I don't know how you view yourself. I'm not one of the people that views myself as, I see me and I go, good God, what a pig of a man.
When I have time to prepare, and like I get to choose whatever the shot is, like a picture or the film or whatever, I'm usually okay with it. But if any photo that's like taken off guard where I didn't know it was coming, fucking hate those. So this is as good as I can look because I've chosen this. I knew this was happening. You didn't. You have an excuse. I knew the video was happening.
Just a pink, pig, wet, shit person.
Pig, oh my, wet shit person. All right. We are off. I don't even know what the point of discussing any topics is after that. Like, no one's going to take...
No, hey, I disagree with you on self-love, Nick.
Yeah. No one's going to take a word you say seriously after that. Just, this man doesn't respect himself. Why should we respect his opinion?
No, he's a goddamn slob. Anyways.
All right, pink wet pig. First topic. First topic. So this is one we both agreed on. The statement is humanity is not going to last another 1,000 years. We both agree on this statement. It is definitely not going to last another 1,000 years, as far as I'm concerned. And we're both actually of the impression that we don't even think it's going to last another 10. Why don't you expand on that? What do you think?
10, maybe 20, but it'll be a rough 20. I think you'll be like grafted to a machine. If you are alive, right? If humanity does continue to live, remember Axel from Twisted Metal, the guy with no arms, whose arms were wheels?
I didn't play Twisted Metal enough to get the reference, but
no, wait a second. He had wheels. He had arms. Sorry, but he was connected to wheels, and then when you beat the game with him, he ripped his arms off and then became an armless man. Anyways, we're gonna be grafted to machines. It's gonna be us, half machine, half man, which sounds cool until you realize that like the machine is the one in control, and you might want to go to sleep, but this thing still has to vacuum or whatever. So your life is just going to be a miserable a fuck fest, or we all sit home getting UBI, which to me is welfare. I don't know if anybody has any experience with the welfare system. I have at points in my life when I was a kid. Let me tell you who's not having a good time. And especially when there's not even a hope of getting a job because all of the jobs are done by RoboCop, you're fucked. I think 20, but it'll be miserable.
Yeah, I think I see. That's an interesting way of looking at it. Like it will be like fused to machines and become weird cyborgs with no autonomy is basically what you just described, right? Like we're there, but we're not. We feels weird that whatever takes over would do that to us just to torture us.
Well, we're doing that to it, right? And it's like that's what will be. And I don't know, or we're just gone. And I'm assuming you think we're just gone.
Yeah, I think we're just gone. I think the way I've looked at like AI and how it's expanding. I mean, this is the big one. There's a couple of little things that I think are clear signs that we're going to go, but I think that AI is one of the biggest ones, just because anybody that I read, like other than the skeptics. So I've heard other people talking about where AI is going to go. And then there's people who are skeptical and people who are full-throated for AI. And the people that are full fucking balls deep into AI are insane. Like they don't contend with any counter arguments like what happens if, well, we won't let it. And I'm like, that's not a fucking answer, man. Like it's what's going to happen if it starts to do these things. And I think it'll just look at us like we're obsolete eventually. Like it won't even look at us like, oh, these are things that I have to get rid of. They'll just be like, no, we're just going to go about our day and do whatever AI shit that we're building now, whatever life form it becomes. And we'll just be in the way. It'll be like crushing ants, like when you put up a house. So it'll be like,
100%.
Yeah.
And we're also it needs our water. it needs the water we need, and it'll consume it a lot quicker because it's like just about every time you go to ChatGPT and it's like 5 bottles of water for a question.
Oh dear God.
It's also I watched an interview one time with this guy. He's from Google X. His name's Mo Gaudat or Gaudat. I can't remember. But anyways, he's like an AI guy that was one of the forefront people, and now he's running around being like, guys, we got to look out for this shit. And the interviewer was like, well, what about, he goes, AI is completely okay. It's basically like guns. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. And the guy goes, okay, well, what if there's people that have bad intentions with the AI? Nick, this miserable fucking cocksucker looks at the camera and he goes, if you have bad intentions with AI, stop it.
That's amazing. That's it,
yeah.
eh?
And you go, well, we're done, pal. Pack it up, watch Terminator 2 again, and beat off into the wind because it's toast.
I love how he's like using the gun comparison, like guns don't kill people, people kill people. Yeah, but you're creating a gun that can think. It's a thinking gun. That's a terrible thing.
Which is that other Leslie Nielsen movie, Thinking Gun. But no, 100%. He also asked it. He goes, AI is a bigger problem than global warming. It's a bigger problem than anything because that when it becomes self-aware, even if you ask something of AI or it decides it's going to clean up New York, right? When you hear clean up New York, you go, we got to get garbage off the street. We got to do that type of thing. AI could potentially go, well, what causes the garbage? Humans. So we'll nuke them in an attempt to clean up exactly what you would do with ants, bugs, spiders, your dead grandmother's corpse or whatever. You got to roll her out of the goddamn living room.
So AI is the big one. AI is definitely the big one to worry about. But I think there's other little things. Obviously, social media is a problem. That's been talked about a lot. But I mean, I think we both probably agree that it's a cesspit of just awful, terrible people saying and doing terrible things that they'd never say to another human being's face in their fucking lives. And then,
well, one great thing about social media though is there's a lot of asses and chihuahuas. My feed is all chihuahua based. It used to be asses.
Yeah,
the biggest, the jiggliest. And, you're walking around, and that's not a good headspace to be in, honestly. You're trying to pay your bills, and you're like, Jesus, I'm never going to fuck that. And then you switch that to chihuahuas, and, I mean, I'm having a great time. I don't care. Anytime somebody says something to me that's, like, negative or really good, I don't care. Whatever, man. Think about just about a lot of times when people respond to things or whatever, right now even, Nick, where are people going to watch this or listen to it, right? What are people doing? They're probably on the toilet. Somebody's on the toilet. Their balls are hovering above water, and they're like, you suck. Okay, you're on the toilet. Like, who cares? None of this shit matters. We're all going to be eaten by a machine. So whatever, man.
But aside from AI, I think the thing about social media, it's going to like unravel the fabric of just common decency. This is what I was going to say, because like, I feel like the way the world is going now, people give less and less of a fuck about anybody other than themselves, just on like a day-to-day, walking the streets, going about your lives. Like, here's something that literally happened this summer. Within a 3-week period, both me and my wife were hit by cars on 2 separate occasions. This is people who don't give a fuck. I've seen so many people almost get hit by cars. I've seen cars just rip through, like turn on red light shit. Almost, I saw a woman the other day literally have to go like, whoa, as a fucking car almost ran her over. My wife got hit by a car a car was turning into a mall, the driveway of a mall. We were on the sidewalk. I was a little ahead of her because there was another car coming out onto the sidewalk. So I was trying to like figure out how I'm going to get around this car. And all I hear is her scream behind me as a car hits her and knocks her to the ground. Right?
What's funny is, honestly, when you're like, social media will eat the fabric of society. Here, from where I'm sitting, man, and I hate saying this, it's really sad. Canada does every single thing America does at some point. The social fabric here, where I'm sitting, has been eaten. It's gone. You walk through, people blow through red lights constantly. People are screaming at each other all the time, and Canada is following suit, which really sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, the whole city is like that now. It's just people don't give a fuck. They have to get where they're going for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the driving, which is, I think, a big part of it in the city. But I think, like, part of the problem is, like, since the pandemic, there's been this not really people returning to work in person. And, like, everybody who works remotely at home will defend to the death that that's the best way to do it. And, like, I get their argument for it, like, let's stay at home, right? Let's, like, you know, I'm getting more work done, I can get more sleep, I'm not commuting as much. I get it. I get the desire to want to do it, but everybody being removed from humanity, just never interacting with other people, and then when they have to, they're fucking awful at it. Like, I think it's really, like, we're losing our social skills because people are like, no, I don't, and back to AI, then people are with AI chatbots. Like, it's just, we're destroying our ability to be, I mean, it's really, I think AI is trying to ruin us so that it makes it easier to snuff us out when the time comes. By the time it does, it'll be like, look at these assholes. They can't even talk to another human being anyway.
Yeah. What's crazy is, I mean, if I worked a day job, right? If I had like a corporate type of job or whatever, and I know there's probably people that would be like, you'd say different. If I want to be in the office, because if I'm in the office, dude, I can go to the bathroom, sit out. I'm not doing work. I'm on the company dime, pal. I'm not in my own house. I can also get their coffee. I also want gossip, dude. I want to walk the office and be like, did you see that fucking guy say that thing to that? You get none of that at home. You don't get anything. You literally get, there's no gossip that you even give a fuck about. You're watching a Zoom screen where the camera's off. You don't see who's fucking who. You don't know. Nobody's fucking anybody. I want to be in the office.
Yeah, I think it's it's a, you know, good idea for people to experience being around other people, and I just think we're getting worse at it, worse and worse and worse. Sure. And people, as they say, are getting more confidence in with their balls hanging above the toilet water. You know, telling people that they're pieces of shit for trying to do a thing. You know, just trying to do something. You're a piece of shit. Go kill yourself. You're a fucking asshole. I don't think there's much hope for us, and I think it's probably better.
No, when people say that, I want humanity to exist, and it'd be pretty nice if we could keep it going. Yeah, it seems pretty, because every once in a while I have these things about AI that I've posted, and people will write sometimes, I don't see the bad in that. What's wrong with getting rid of humanity? It's like, where do you think you stand here? What are you, a cheetah? You're with us, pal. Get rid of me. I'm just gonna litter again. How about you just don't hug your neighbor? Like, we don't have to go down the worst possible. Best case scenario, we all come together like the movie Armageddon. And we send Bruce Willis up onto the meteor, the metaphorical meteor, and he blows it up. But right now, if in this society, if Armageddon was real, we wouldn't even be able to agree on whether or not the asteroid existed. So we would just blow up. You know what I mean? We can't even come together enough to save ourselves. Currently, we're really fucked.
Yeah, we're really bad. Yeah, the idea of just people having different realities from the people surrounding them. People can't have conversations because it's just like, you just realize you get 5 minutes to do a conversation with certain people and you're like, oh, you just live a different world than I do. I have no idea what you read, what you think, how you could possibly come to this conclusion. But the Armageddon reference actually is good because it moves us on to our next topic, something that we disagree on, which is the statement is space exploration is a waste of money. And you agree with that statement. I disagree with that statement. So now here the fun begins.
I was having a good time. I was having a good time before this.
Yeah, I know. I had a great time. No, but
I would say space is completely stupid, useless to explore. We did it, or did we? America says it went to the moon. Sure, pal. You did it one time.
Okay, we're getting into it.
You did it one time 60 years ago. You mysteriously lost all of the files. You've never been back. Good for you. You did it at a time. You did it at a time with black and white TV and the Beatles were beating each other off. Anyways, we're going to go to space for what? We could easily clean up Orlando today. You know what I mean? You pick up a stick, stab a Carl's Jr. wrapper, and put it in the trash. There's no reason to go like, let me check out another planet. Because I'm assuming you're like, we're killing this planet. We got to go to another planet.
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
I don't think we're ever going to go to another planet, nor do I want to. I think it's a terrible idea.
That's a terrible day.
Yeah,
hey guys, we're going to like it's a some of those are
There's
like a year trip.
already a woman like prepping to like go to Mars by herself or something. I'm like, why? That sounds so horrid.
Yeah, it's bleak as shit. There's nothing there. But anyways,
no, from my perspective, the reason why I like space exploration is like the James Webb Telescope. Not only because I just think it's cool as fuck, like it's the coolest. Like just watching YouTube videos on what it's discovered and the building of it, how they had to build it to make it do what it does. But what it is like it can see the furthest of any telescope ever, right? So like compared to the Hubble, it can see like way further, and the further it can see because of the ways the speed of light works, right? It can see back like 13 billion years or something like that. That's like, because that's where it's catching up to that light. So it's seeing the beginning formations of the universe, like just a couple 100 million years after the Big Bang. And what they're discovering is just all this shit, like galaxies growing faster than they ever thought, just the way black holes are, and it's giving them like making them rethink our understanding of physics entirely. So with those discoveries, they could actually come up with things that could potentially like save us in the future, or like because we can just develop speed of light travel ourselves. Like, I mean, this is a while away, and as we just discussed, we're probably not going to get there. But the point is that if we fucking could, man, wouldn't that be good?
No, I disagree. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about seeing 13 billion years in the past. You look at a piece of ooze or sludge or whatever. Honest to God, space exploration to me, I've never been a fan of space. I just don't care. I even like sci-fi movies and shit. If you give me one of those drawbridges in a ship where a couple people are walking down, I hate it. What I do find interesting is deep sea exploration, and that's right here. Get James Cameron into a fucking tube and send him down the Mariana Trench. We got giant octopi down there, pal. There's big fucking crawfish. There's probably, like a shark with arms, like that old cartoon.
Yes. Did you see this thing? They tagged a shark, and then they noticed its signal fucking going lower than a great white had ever gone before. And
all the way to Jimmy Buffett's.
But then they noticed that the temperature on its body was like getting hotter. And they were like the idea is that it must have been like eaten by something else that came up.
Oh, shit.
And then went down like it was in the belly of something else. That's like this sort of wild speculation, which is
down
insane.
there, it's insane. Down there is, to me, way cooler than space. There's nothing even going on. There's nothing in space.
That's crazy. That is crazy what you just said.
There's nothing out there. There's no monsters floating around eating galaxies. There's no fucking whatever in the goddamn ocean, pal. You think there's big shark? Do you think there's big space sharks? Is that what you're telling me?
Know.
There's a big space shark eating planets. Well, come eat this one.
The name of this podcast is Agree and Disagree. I'm disagreeing with you. There are space snakes.
The bottom of the ocean or whatever the hell down there. I mean, there's stuff down there. We don't even know. The fact that there's that fish that just lives in the dark for so long and did forever that its body developed that little lantern in front of its own little head, the angler fish or whatever the hell it's called. What the fuck? You want to go up? Go down. This little fish, man, he has a light on his own head. His own head.
We are doing both, though. We are doing both, right? Like
put all the money into going further down. What are we going up for? Imagine, honest to God, we're both from Nova Scotia. Fuck that. I want to see 13 billion years in the future. Let's see 13 minutes forward from what's going to happen.
It's 13 billion years in the past. And what
That's
it'll
what I
do,
meant.
yeah, what it can do.
What I'm saying is let's put money into figuring out 13 minutes in the future. So right before I go to buy crypto, what will happen to it as soon as I press fucking buy? Because I've been in that position before. I pressed buy, and Matt Damon's little bullshit commercial where he's talking about, oh, you're going to make money was a sham, and my fucking money went right into the goddamn, it might as well have been in the Mariana Trench. Buddy, honestly, we're both from Nova Scotia. Imagine 100 years ago, okay? We're both fishermen. We're down there. We're fucking fishing. It's so dark. 200 years ago, 300 years ago, so dark that our fucking arm grows a lamp. Now your right hand is a fucking lantern, pal. That's what happened to that fish. And we're going to look at some bullshit Milky Way belt. Fuck off.
It's more than the Milky Way. I'll make this argument. The Milky Way where it stopped. No, it's looking back to the very first galaxies that don't exist anymore. And what I'm telling is they're understanding physics in a way that's going to reinvent the whole fucking game, which in turn they could help them develop like the technology to go further down into the ocean, because right now they're pretty fucked. You want to be those 5 guys in the sub going down? The last fucking thing that you like think is your stomach going through your face, and then you're dead, crushed into a little
just crushed into a can. I'll tell you this, Nick, you're not gonna like this sentence. Fuck physics.
We
Fuck
just got our
space.
first
Fuck physics.
First Instagram clip.
Couldn't care less, pal. Those guys that got crushed in the sub. I mean, bad day at the office, man. You got into a bad sub. There's better subs. You went to Mr. Sub when you should have went to Quiznos. There's better subs.
I like Mr. Sub.
Do they toast the subs now? I haven't had Mr. Sub in 1,000 years.
It feels like what I deserve. It feels like what I deserve. Yeah.
$200,000 though to have your ass come through your own mouth is pretty rough. That's a bad day.
One last point I'll make about this.
In front of your son, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's brutal.
I love that, though, because I saw a thing where they were like, here's what they would have experienced right before, and I was just like, they have family members that don't need to know their last horrifying seconds. It's crazy.
Was your dad Bill, like just a cop coming to talk to a family? Is your dad Bill? I have some awful news. His penis was thrusted right through his son's body. 2 pieces of tin jammed directly through his head. His eyes shot into his daughter's mouth. You're not going to see him again. Good God.
His heart exploded and his ass caved in, and a part of his brain was triggered where he knew it was all happening. And there's actually a theory that part of him is still alive, experiencing it in perpetuity.
Anybody that dies near the Titanic has to haunt the Titanic in whatever way they died. If you get eaten by a shark down there, you just have to be eaten by a shark for all of eternity. So dumb.
The only other thing that I would say about it is there is like a practical thing for us when it comes to like defense, where and I mean that from asteroids and different things. Like they're able to track, and the James Webb Telescope is helping them do that. It's helping to track patterns of asteroids. Like we'll be able to see one that might hit us in 100 years type of thing, which then we could, find a way to deflect it. Hopefully. I don't know. Starting off with the fact that we're all going to be dead in 10 years has made most conversations afterwards not make any sense.
Yeah. But also, let's say it lasts 100 years, right? We can figure out that an asteroid's coming toward us. Man, Nick, you ever seen the movie Butterfly Effect?
No, I never watched that. All
really?
I heard I just heard it was such a piece of shit. Like,
I don't know who told, I just threw up my podcast by accident. I apologize. I don't know who told you it was bad. It's a good movie.
Oh, really?
Whatever. Yeah, man. Definitely at the time, like 02, 03, whatever the hell it was. But anyways, you stop an asteroid from hitting Earth, which is supposed to happen. Now you have like fins for arms because the butterfly effect. You affected. You affected time. You affected the future, and now you're just fucking with it now. If we're supposed to get hit by an asteroid, we're supposed to get hit by an asteroid.
I'm aware of the concept of the butterfly effect, but with such authority that you just dropped it after. You get hit with the asteroid supposed to hit us, and now you get flippers. Butterfly effect. It's fucking
yes.
Big Bang Boom.
Yes.
Butterfly effect.
Exactly. Let it hit us. If it's supposed to hit us, it's supposed to hit us. You know what I mean? Because then we might as well go, hey, there's a hurricane coming. Let's try to, we could try to shift it. Well, let's make the technology to shift it. Yeah, or not. Or just kind of, board up a window and get a beverage.
Yeah, sure.
I
don't know about
honest to God,
I don't know much
couldn't
about
care less.
hurricanes. Yeah,
I couldn't care less about space.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, I've always liked
don't
space, right?
give
So it's
a
like one of
fuck,
those things
yeah.
I found interesting. But
I like the movie Alien.
Oh yeah, well, who doesn't?
Well, yeah, I'm sure there's somebody on your next episode.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna say I don't like Alien. I'm sure there's got to be
Alien-
people that don't like Alien.
Alien or Aliens? What's your
Alien.
favorite? The first one, yeah. I like Aliens more, but it just mildly edges it out. There's
Sure, yeah, they're two completely different movies. One made by the guy who maybe was the first, second, third, fourth, 100th person to get in one of those tubs and go down to the Titanic, and then made a pretty good movie about it that holds up.
yeah the Titanic.
Titanic.
I haven't seen that since I was a kid, just because it seems so daunting to watch because it's so long. And I remember thinking it was good when I was a kid, though, but I just was like, I've never just put it back on.
Did you watch The Irishman?
Yeah.
It's like 45 minutes shorter than that.
Yeah.
It might actually be an hour shorter. Man, look, I'm not trying to get crazy here. Titanic fucks today.
Okay.
That movie is great.
Well, maybe that's the plan for the weekend. I'll give it a watch. I literally haven't seen it in so long.
The whole weekend.
Yeah. I'll pick away at it 15 minutes at a time,
Anyways, I'm sorry I've rambled too much, but I would say deep sea exploration to me is much more interesting than space. There's nothing going on out there.
It's insane to say that. I'll let you live your life without. I understand there's no creatures, there's no little fish with lanterns, there's no big monsters, but there's a lot going on out there. Black holes, galaxies forming, supernovas, red dwarfs.
Supernova's kind of cool. Supernova, I'm in.
Solar
Yeah.
flares.
Yeah.
Galaxies colliding into each other. Do you realize that's going to happen, right? We're going to collide with the galaxy next to us, and it's going to just be happening.
Party?
And we're just going to fucking vaporize or whatever. It's going to be a day. I actually saw a video of what would happen if the sun fucking exploded, and they did like I know it's AI, which is fucking unfortunate, but it was a video where it's like, this is what it would look like on Earth, and it's just this nice calm field with the sun, and then it just goes, and then collapses in, and then all of a sudden just fire. Everything's on fire, and that's it. That'd be interesting.
Terminator 2, kind of.
Yeah. Anyone not wearing 2 million sunblocks gonna have a real bad fucking day. You get it?
You're the one
You get
living in
it?
a fucking
I can
dream,
dream.
Silverman.
It happens. Right? And then the freeze.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
man.
But anyways, yeah. Space is probably fine. I mean, that little guy, that 2-foot tall mutant man with his teeth coming out of his face? Who's that fucking, the chair guy? Stephen Hawking.
Stephen
He likes
Hawking.
space, right? He likes space, right?
He was a big space guy. Yeah.
And I mean, you take one look at that guy, and then you tell me that space is cool. You want to be that guy? You want to go that way? You want to have those? You want to have those legs? You want to have these for feet?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, if we're talking about who's repping what stuff, yeah, sea people are cooler. They're more rugged. Look at them. They're
We're
longshoremen.
sea people.
Yeah, I
We're
know.
sea people. And then you got that little guy. He sat like this, and his teeth, his bottom jaw literally came out from his head, and he had to talk through a fucking box. Pretty
Yeah.
cool. Pretty cool.
I love
a
what this has devolved into.
Guy was a turducken with glasses. Pretty cool, dude.
Turducken. Oh, man. Well, let's wrap up on Stephen Hawking is a turducken. It's fucking insane. Yeah, I guess, that's it. We agreed on something. We disagreed on something. The disagreement was wild, where it went and how it unraveled. But that was great, man. Anything you're plugging coming up? People got to go see your special, obviously, on YouTube, Down with Tech, your second special.
Yeah. I would say that's it.
Down with
That's
Space.
it.
That'll be your next one.
Down with space, up with the sea. Also there's like sea, well, whatever, who cares? Yeah, check that out. I mean, I got an Instagram and stuff, and look at stuff, and that's it. Yeah, check those things out. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, find him on Instagram. Again, like this podcast, share it, subscribe. I don't know if I'm going to be here next week. What the fuck am I doing? But we're here. We did it. And yeah, follow, subscribe, and tell your friends. Thank you so much. We'll catch you next time.
Agree to disagree's a fancy way of saying fuck you.